All right. Welcome to another Woods Report.
We made it.
So much stuff going on.
Busy day, busy. It was so busy, I didn't even get a chance to watch The View. Oh, we're going to do updates on other stuff, but daggone it.
Jumping through hoops,
I missed
boy.
my View.
We'll tell y'all later what happened after everything is, after the dust
My mom
settled.
was telling me about The View, and I usually watch it before she does.
After the dust settles, then we'll tell everybody what happened.
Yeah.
Jumping through hoops for people to get stuff done. So, all right. So, not a lot. More stuff with Congress and stuff.
Okay.
That happened today.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Which is the politics side of it, which I would have brought to the table.
Which is the same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
So that works.
The only thing really you saying is what they said. Sarah said, and then
because that's their view, and I like to give their view, their point of view.
Right.
Mine may be different.
Right.
Mine may be the same.
Right.
That's why I like the show, because it's like 4 or 5 women there, different backgrounds, different whatever. They give their view and their point.
Right. They all say what their thing is.
Whoopi's still out with COVID.
What? Oh, she is?
Mm-hmm.
She got COVID again? Didn't she have it before?
I think so. She's out again at home, so she's quarantined.
How many times she gonna get COVID?
Look, as many times, I guess. Some people have had it a number of times.
Oh. All right, well,
Okay.
House of Horrors.
I like the topic. Who is this from? Vanity Fair?
The Marjorie Taylor Greene Congress is upon us.
House of Horrors.
Now, her and that big head guy, the one with the giant
one that
head.
made the comment about fat women not being concerned about abortion rights because they won't get pregnant anyway or something.
Right.
Nobody
the big
wants
head man.
He's so
Now remember, him and Marjorie are friends.
Oh, okay.
But they got a little point of contention now, because Marjorie was back in McCarthy.
Okay.
And this guy doesn't want McCarthy. So he's pretty much calling her a traitor to the Trump. So there's that inside Trump gang fighting
with Kevin
again.
McCarthy?
He's not a Trumpster, I guess. So he doesn't.
So he's like one for all and all for one.
So he's saying, I don't know. Big head man was saying to her, I don't know what he promised you, and this his friend. But
so-called friend.
Yeah. So there's a little fighting among.
Backstab.
Yeah. So Democrats beat midterms expectations, but still fell short of keeping the House. The chamber under Kevin McCarthy and with an emboldened right flank may exist exclusively as a vestal state of MAGA nation. I don't know what all that just said, but anyway, the House is going crazy.
Why?
Because you got the Trumpsters and then you got the people that are not Trumpsters.
Right.
Remember Paul Ryan? He was House Speaker in 2018. Yes. The last time Republicans were in control. Remember Nancy Pelosi's been over the
last 2-3
Speaker of the House for almost 2 decades.
Even with a Republican though.
She's just been He left Congress quietly in the middle of the night. Well, not really, but sort of blaming identity politics and polarization. Ryan abruptly announced in April of 2018 that he'd be exiting at the end of his term the following January. I remember Ryan. Remember him? Just as Democrats assumed power. Ryan went on to join the board overseeing the place that helped cause so much of that polarization in the first place. Fox News Ryan may have reaped the benefits of Donald Trump moving into the White House. Tax cuts, but he didn't have the stomach for MAGA.
Okay.
The same cannot be said for My Kevin, the little nickname the former president has given to Kevin McCarthy.
My Kevin.
Okay. He always does my. Remember my black over there? The my black guy?
What is this my?
Yeah, he does the my thing.
Okay.
So there you go. It's turmoil going on.
So they're fighting in the party.
There's
Kevin
McCarthy.
Well,
there's some people who want him and some people who don't want him.
Okay. Well, do we know either way what would be the pros and cons for that?
Well, if you're not,
has he ever made any comments against Trump or the Trumpsters or anything like that? Is that why the big head guy don't like them?
Well, if the ones that's like trying to pull away from Trump, they trying to get out, like you said, Joy said, they trying to get out. Right. They don't want anybody that's connected.
But she said, like the metaphor, when they were trying to leave Trump's rally, security stopped them.
Right.
And they couldn't leave. So she said there are Republicans who cannot literally, metaphorically she's using, cannot get out.
But when I looked at the video, it wasn't like it was a lot of people trying to leave. It was like old people and stuff.
She was just being funny, but she was saying that why security don't stop anybody from
saying the media was like making it like it was droves of people trying to get out of there, and they were stopping them. But when I saw the video, it looked like it was like old people, and they can't stand that long.
Right.
And if we was there, we would be wanting to get out.
Yes, so, I gotta go sit
or leave before the crowd. Because you don't want to be stuck trying to get out of there.
Said that was just, she looked at that as a metaphor, where Republicans who really want to jump ship and try to leave,
they trying to get out.
Yeah, they stuck with comb over.
Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be something. They don't have no choice but to go with him. So it's no choice.
It's funny how Marjorie and the other guy are fighting. Like, there's some.
And both of them are villains.
I
know. So it's like two villains fighting against each other. So I thought that was funny.
Stupid.
So yeah, that was the latest with them.
Okay.
Speaking of Nancy Pelosi announces she will not run for leadership post after the GOP wins the House.
Okay.
But she had already said she was thinking about not doing it anyway. So
yeah.
I mean, her husband got clunked over the head with I know. He got clunked over the head with a hammer.
And we all know we can have an ideal of a hammer hitting you.
Yeah.
In the head area or anywhere.
So she don't want none of that no more.
Oh,
because they gotta protect her family, and her grandkids.
They may come at her husband again, her kids, and her grandchildren.
And Trump announced he's running again.
Oh,
so the probability of him becoming president again.
Yeah, it's probably time for her to walk away.
I wonder if this light makes a difference. Let's see. Yeah, it does.
It's time for her to walk away.
It's time for her to leave. Mm-hmm. Push that back for me, where those things aren't in the way. Oh, you gotta do all that.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, all right. Okay. Oh, so you got a touch screen. You touched the screen.
I did.
Yeah, you know how you touch the screen and it moved.
How did I touch it?
I don't know, but it moved.
I just moved the base.
Your arm must have touched it or something.
Okay.
But anyway, it don't matter. That's back. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced on Thursday that she will relinquish her leadership post after leading House Democrats for 2 decades, building a legacy as one of the most powerful and polarizing figures in American politics. Let's all talk about the time she ripped up the speech and during the what was that speech?
We're gonna miss that.
And she ripped up the speech.
Yes.
They hated that. That was horrible to them.
That's what they was.
That was like the worst thing somebody could do was rip up his speech.
And they was going to her office. They was trying the guy with his feet on her table.
And then the guy, he went in there and all of that. And she doesn't need that.
No.
Yeah, so you got people
time to move on. You're
breaking into your house and stuff.
Yeah.
So Pelosi long reign became a source of tension within her own party. She won the gavel after the 2018 elections by promising Democrats that she would leave her leadership post by 2022. Mm-hmm. And that's the other thing. The really far left people don't want her.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So they kind of like, it was too much turmoil anyway.
Okay.
All right, so that's it. I don't want to read this whole thing. But Nancy Pelosi is out.
She will be missed. But a lot of times you think, and people are trying to say that even with Biden, when you get a certain age, it's time to sit down maybe or do something else.
Yep.
But yeah, your life is being threatened and you're just tired of it.
Yep.
That was one of the reasons.
This is gonna be a quick show, y'all.
That was one of the reasons that you said Colin Powell. Mm-hmm. They had asked him to consider when he was alive, consider to run for president. Mm-mm. He said he didn't want them coming at his family.
He said, I don't want them coming. My wife, she doesn't want it. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wanted that in his family. And I don't blame them. They will, you will become an open book.
Yeah.
A glass house.
Well, here we go.
Okay.
The guys are fighting.
What's going on here?
Senator Raphael
Warnock. They got to
Warnock,
do a runoff, don't they?
Yeah. Senator Raphael Warnock says Herschel Walker crossed the line with comments about his family.
He did.
The former NFL player said that the senator didn't keep his own kids. He got some nerve
Are you kidding
Talking
me?
about somebody keeping their own kids.
He's trying to be funny.
And what, he should have gotten rid of them like what you did?
Yeah, pay under the table. Get rid of them. Don't even remember the baby's mamas.
Senator Raphael Warnock has refrained from commenting on his political opponent, Herschel Walker's family, despite the public scandal about his alleged you-know-whats. However, the former NFL player isn't offering the same courtesy. And I told you during that debate, Raphael didn't even talk about it. He was stale to me.
Okay.
That's why I was saying he doesn't
needs to beef it up.
He needs to beef that up. And he should have went after him at that debate about that.
Well,
and he trying to take the high road.
Right. I know. Sometimes you got to come. But then taking the high road, Raphael, when you're coming with the truth of something, and the fact that it's lack of integrity, that's nothing wrong with that, because Herschel has shown some lack of integrity.
And because you wanted to take the high road, you're now involved in a runoff,
right? Because this man, his mouth is just gonna keep at it. He has the spirit of his leader.
Yeah. And he has the mouth of him too.
Yeah.
Humming. After Walker said Warnock didn't keep his own kids, the senator said, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, I know that politics is ugly. People play all kinds of games, unfortunately. But Herschel Walker and his allies have crossed the line where my family is concerned. He's just like Pence.
Yeah.
I was okay, but my daughter was there.
That right foot was tapping. I had looked over and talked to my daughter.
My wife cried all night. As soon as you bring in their family, that's when they get mad. Say what you want to say about me.
Yeah.
But my wife.
Don't touch my wife and my family.
He continued, I want to set the record straight. My children live with me. I am present with my children in every way that a father should be, from breakfast in the morning to bedtime prayers at night. I can't continue to let him lie about our family.
Where are you getting this from? You doing what Comeover does. Comeover likes to throw things, like even with the Obama not being American. Come on.
Georgia Senate candidate Herschel Mushmouth Walker criticizes Senator Raphael Warnock's parenting. He paid himself for them children, them child care, all that stuff. Why don't he keep his own kids? Don't he keep the kids? I keep my own, the one that I let come into the world.
Wait a minute.
I keep them kids. I keep them.
Don't have nobody keep your kids.
Don't have nobody keep your kids.
I keep my own.
I keep my own.
Even though he lied about me.
Even though he lied about me. I keeps the kids that I allow to come into this world.
One that I didn't pay off to go be aborted.
Or the son that don't never stand. I ain't never been around. Other than him, all my other 20 kids I keep.
I may not know.
Now, I
may not know their mothers.
I didn't say I keeps them in the same house.
Right.
I just says I keeps them.
Okay.
But Raphael, what he do? He wake up and have breakfast with them and say prayers with them at night. What about the other 29 hours of the day?
Oh.
You can go. She can take that call. What about all them other 9 days of the week and 30 hours? He don't keep his kids then. So Walker's run for the Senate has been littered with controversies. At least 2 women claim that he coerced them into getting abortions. His son poked out against him, and there were several gaffes, like his bizarre remarks about climate change, or ironically clinging to a no exceptions position on abortion. He has also attacked fatherlessness in the Black community, including in a 2020 interview with Trump supporters Diamond and Silk, which I don't know why people keep saying we Diamond and Silk. Heck to the no. Anyway, although he reportedly lied to his campaign about his secret children and had to admit to being the father of 4, Walker until this spring publicly had admitted to fathering only 1 child. So he needs to keep Raphael's family out of it because he is a bozo. Family shouldn't even be involved with Herschel Walker and his talking. So I agree with Raphael. I hate that he waited to after the debate. I hate that he waited to now to say something about it. But he should have been on Herschel Walker a long time ago about all the things that Herschel Walker says. Wendy says, hello, beautiful stars. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Yeah, we came on late today. And we doing a quick show today because we got a lot of stuff going on. As y'all can see, Lenora had to walk away and answer a phone call. Wendy says he was speaking yesterday and spent at least 10 minutes talking about vampires. And, I remember that. That went out. He said he's a werewolf now or something. He's no longer a vampire. He's a werewolf. I'm telling you. This is the thing. Before the runoff, I could have sworn I thought that Herschel Walker would win. Because I knew that Republicans wanted him there because they wanted to secure the Senate. But now that they don't have the Senate, there's really no reason for them to show up in mass numbers to vote for him. So I actually probably see Senator Warnock winning. He was speaking yesterday and he spoke at least 15 minutes about vampires and werewolves. That's right, Wendy. He kept saying something about he's no longer a vampire. He's a werewolf or something like that. Let me see where that, I remember that. Let me see, y'all. Herschel Walker. Y'all know I'll be looking up stuff right when I'm on here. Herschel Walker. Vampire. Let's see, y'all. Herschel Walker says, rambling speech. Let's see what this one says. Oh, crazy man. Herschel Walker says in a rambling speech, he wants to be a werewolf, not a vampire. Nor close your door. In a campaign speech on Wednesday, the Republican candidate for U.S. Senate in Georgia, Herschel Walker, told supporters, I don't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf. The remark was the latest controversial or outright bizarre intervention from the former football star who, like other candidates endorsed by Donald Trump, struggled to overcome his Democratic opponent in the midterm elections. Let me see where he said this at. Choosing to rehash the plot of the film, he said in recently watched late at night, whose title he remembered as Friday Night Freak Night or some type of night, he said in a rambling remark, I don't know if you know, but vampires, this is why he said it, are some cool people. Are they not? But let me tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that. So I don't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf. That's what he said. You heard that, Ma?
I never heard that.
Herschel Walker says he no longer wants to be a vampire. He wants to be a werewolf.
Oh, Lord.
Because vampires are cool, but werewolves can kill vampires. So he wants to be a werewolf now. This man is running for senator of a major state. Isn't that sad? Of the United States. Wendy says he made no sense. He's freaking nuts. So y'all, I honestly believe that Warnock is going to win this one. Because there's no way, well, I can't say no way. They'll still vote for him. Yeah, he's a Trumpster, so. And Trump was out there.
Make America great.
My mother said, make America great. Trump is out there actually asking people to vote for Herschel Walker. So there you go, Ma. He still want him to win. Even though I don't think people are going to vote for him. No. So we'll see. All right, move on to Taylor Swift. Do you know anything else about him, Ma? Herschel Walker?
That's about it, Herschel Walker.
That they talked about today?
No, I didn't know anything else about him.
Okay. Other than him wanting to be a werewolf instead of a vampire?
That's it.
My mother laughing. All right. Ticketmaster cancels public sale for Taylor Swift's tour due to overwhelming demand. Wendy says, I'm not gonna be able to watch the news much soon because it literally makes me sick. Yeah. Well, I don't know what you're gonna do, Wendy, if Trump become president and Herschel Walker becomes a senator. I don't know what you're gonna do then. All right. But anyway, so Ticketmaster had to cancel. Anyone looking to buy a ticket to Taylor Swift's new tour may be out of luck. Ticketmaster said on Thursday that due to extraordinarily high demands of ticketing systems and insufficient remaining ticket inventory to meet their demand, Friday's public ticket sales for Taylor Swift's concert has been canceled. The sudden cancellation comes after Ticketmaster said Thursday that more than 2 million tickets were sold Tuesday for her upcoming tour, the most ever sold for an artist in a single day. It caused a near meltdown of the website. Taylor Swift is still kicking butt. These kids love Taylor Swift. In a blog post Thursday, Ticketmaster explained that a record number of fans wanted to buy tickets to Swift's concert or her tour, which begins next year. That prompted a massive slowdown in its platform and sparked outrage among her millions of fans who couldn't purchase tickets. So she would have sold probably millions more if the Ticketmaster wouldn't have shut down. Ticketmaster basically said that its verified fan system, a mechanism aimed at eliminating bots that gives pre-sale codes to individuals, couldn't keep up with the intense demand. Roughly 3.5 million people signed up for the program to buy Swift's tickets, its largest registration in history. That unprecedented demand, combined with the staggering number of bot attacks as well as fans who didn't have invite codes, drove unprecedented traffic to its site, Ticketmaster said, and essentially broke it. Taylor Swift is really doing it. So we got to say, we got to give hats off to Taylor Swift, y'all. If y'all some Taylor Swift haters out there, y'all got to give hats off to Taylor Swift. Because no other artist has done this. And I almost got to change I don't even think she was Grammys, but I was going to say if she was nominated for a Grammy, she's going to win because I don't think anybody else will. So let's see. Wendy says, I'm not going to be able to tell your mom I said hello. I'll watch you for my news. Ma, yeah. Wendy said hello. She said hello, Wendy. Hello there. Stay sweet. She said stay sweet. Stay sweet. All right. Move on, y'all. Now this one, I might want to come back to this one when Lenora come back. Y'all heard about Shanquella Robinson? You know what? I'll go ahead and do it now. Shanquella Robinson. If y'all heard about Shanquella Robinson, say it in the comment section. If y'all know this story already about this young girl who went to Mexico, St. Lucas with her friends, and she didn't come back. She died. Mysterious causes, and her friends say they don't know nothing about it. Said it was alcohol poisoning, and the autopsy showed she didn't even have alcohol. But there was a video of her that was circulating on Twitter and Instagram with one of her friends beating her up, and she wasn't even fighting back. Do y'all remember that? If y'all heard this story, and the autopsy showed she had spinal cord injury. So let's see what they say. Salamandra, I watch your news. Wendy said I heard about it on Willie D. Yeah. Salamandra Robinson's daughter died on Cabo St. Lucas vacation with friends, and she wants to know what happened. Y'all, we have to say stuff about this because y'all know how many times Black girls go missing and nobody talks about it. So we have to keep this out in the forefront. But I'm going to tell y'all what happened because I don't feel like opening this up. This is from Rolling Stone, but everybody's talking about it. True said yes. Wendy said he showed the video. Okay, so this is what happened. Shanquella Robinson, young African American girl. Y'all see her picture here. For those of y'all don't know, she went to Mexico, to San Lucas, with her supposedly friends, and they apparently, her and another girl got in a fight. One of her friends got in a fight, and the girl was pretty much dragging, if y'all saw the video, dragging her all around the room. She didn't have no clothes on. This girl didn't have any clothes on. Shanquella, I can't say her name, y'all. Shanquella. She didn't have any clothes on, and this other girl was dragging her all around the room, punching her all in her head and her face, all on her body. And Shanquella was just putting her hands up, trying to block it, and she wasn't fighting back. And there was another quote-unquote friend, guy, who was videotaping it, yelling for her to fight back. You ain't gonna fight back? You can at least fight back. You just gonna let her beat you up? And these are supposed to be her friends. So apparently, that's the only video that we see. These kids come back, all 5 of them. None of them, and they don't come back with her. So her parents are like, "Where's she at?" And they said, "Oh, she died over there in Mexico." So the parents paid for her body to be shipped back to America, because Mexico wasn't doing anything about it, to pay for her body to be shipped back to United States. And the autopsy that was done showed that she had trauma done to her body, her spinal cord and all kind of stuff. So her mom, this is the Salamandra, is demanding answers and that there be an investigation. So you seeing a couple of us talk about it on YouTube. I don't know who else is talking about it. Is it on major? I don't even know, has it made major news? And we want to know what happened. What's the investigation? There needs to be an investigation in Mexico. There needs to be an investigation here. All of those friends need to be pulled into the police station, questioned, all of them, saying that she died of alcohol poisoning, and the autopsy said she didn't even have alcohol in her system. So we need to know what's going on, and we need to demand answers, and we don't want this to be just another black girl that goes missing or dies, and no, it doesn't make headline news. Because y'all know darn well, if she was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl in San Lucas, Mexico, who turned up dead or missing, it'd be over on every major news report. I don't even know how many stories we have, and y'all can name them in the past, that y'all have heard about those cases happening, and it's always frontline news until somebody finds out what's going on. So we want this to be frontline news as well. Wendy says that's a hot mess, and they have to deal with the Mexican authorities. Yes. So we want to know what happened. We want the friends interrogated, and we want the Mexican government to show us what they're doing to find out what happened to her. Saying she died of alcohol poisoning is not going to work when the autopsy shows she didn't have any alcohol. So try again. So that's what we want. So if you hear her name or this story, demand that y'all hear more from it, from y'all new local news people, and that people talk about it more YouTubers, more people on Instagram, TikTok, all of that, Facebook. Just keep saying her name. I think they have a hashtag, Justice Shanquella Robinson. So look at the hashtag and then keep up on the story, and we're going to keep up and let y'all know what's going on with this story as well. We're not going to let this one just go by the wayside. And just so y'all know, too, there's really no update with Kyrie Irving. I mean, again, they say he's going to miss the games probably this weekend. We already know the last thing was the owner saying that he wants him to show that he show to the public, I guess, that he's sorry. So we'll find out what's going on with that. I already told y'all the real deal behind that. They don't want him. So they want him to quit. And he's probably not going to do it. He's not going to quit because he knows that if he quits, he's not going to get paid out. So he's not going to quit. So this is kind of in limbo of what's going on with there. Wendy says that mother better call Ben Crump. Oh, you're right. You're right. I think that they probably trying to tread lightly, Wendy, because of the fact that it's 5 black youths as well. And I think they're waiting to find out what's going on with them, and when they get questioned, what's going on with them. and then see if it was foul play or not. But definitely, she's gonna call somebody after those kids are questioned. We'll know something, I'm sure, by the end of this weekend. I'm sure we'll know something. Wendy says, "Is that Larry David behind you?" Yes. Let me tell y'all what's going on with this. Remember we talked about FTX and the crypto fallout? Well, now there is a class action billions of dollar lawsuit. Larry David is in it. Tom Brady. I bought FTX. I bought the coin because of Tom Brady, but I had sold it a long time ago, so I didn't lose any money like other people. But if you would have left your money in there, you would have lost your money because that the head guy of FTX took everybody's money. But Larry David pitched that coin. Tom Brady pitched a coin. Giselle, Steph Curry, Shaq. It's a couple of other people that pitched that coin. And all of them, here it is, Shaquille O'Neal, Naomi Osaka. A lot of people pitched that coin. And they're all named in the class action billions of dollar lawsuit. I'm never wrong about this stuff. Never, said a dismissive and scoffing Larry David earlier this year in that now infamous Super Bowl ad for investing in cryptocurrency exchange FTX. While the Seinfeld co-creator rejected the wheel, coffee, the U.S. Constitution, electricity, putting a man on the moon, and more innovatives in the much-praised commercial, looks like Larry David might have been right about the now-collapsed FTX for all the good it's going to do him. Along with the likes of Tom Brady, Giselle, Steph Curry, and the Golden State Warriors, the whole team, y'all, Golden State Warriors, they suing the whole team. Shaquille O'Neal and Naomi, David is now a defendant in a class action suit against the now hollowed out FTX and its ex-CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried. In addition to the conduct of defendant Sam Bankman-Fried, as described in this complaint, some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment have either invested in FTX or been brand ambassadors for the company, says the jury trial seeking complaint filed in federal court in Florida today by Edwin Garrison on behalf of all the American consumers who collectively sustained over $11 billion in damages from FTX's recent crash. So y'all, they going after all of them. They going after the sports people, the whole team, Warriors, and then all these other ones because they pitched it. But I don't know. Should you, if you invested in something and it goes bankrupt or whatever, if you a celebrity, should you be sued if you endorsed it, but you only endorsing it from what you know? You don't know that they're going to go bankrupt or that they're going to steal people's money. So that's interesting. Y'all let me know if y'all think they should be sued for endorsing something that they didn't know that the guy was going to end up taking the money and running away with it. Wendy said, "Is that Larry David?" Yes. Baby Lon Dunn says, "Peace to the panel and the chat." Hey, Baby Lon. And then Wendy said, "Oh my God." Yeah. So this is a class action lawsuit with FTX. So we're going to know what's going on with that, guys. Moving along. I told y'all this is going to be a quick show. Quick show. The donkey of the day. You know how Lenora always want to do the donkey of the day, y'all, with Charlemagne the God. Remember before we talked about Darryl Brooks, that guy who was he defended himself, the nut job that decided to defend himself. He was arguing with the judge the whole time. He was so ignorant. Did you see that, mama? That guy was defending himself and he was acting as if he was his own attorney and he argued with the judge the whole time. Yeah, he's crazy. Well, they sentenced him today. He got 700 additional years in prison. He got 700. You back so I can tell you what the donkey of the day is?
Yes, I'm missing my donkey.
The donkey of the day is the guy who, Darryl Brooks, the one I told you that defended himself, yes, and was arguing with the judge.
Yes. All right. She was very patient with him.
Yeah. So now he got 700 additional years in prison.
Who had...
So he not only...
Unless his spirit comes back and lives...
Well, according to Charlemagne the God, because this is his donkey of the day, she made sure to give him enough so that if he was reincarnated, he'd go back. If he
could still be in jail.
And Charlemagne said if he came back as a dog, he'd be put in
jail.
He would put him in the vet. They'll put him in a doggy jail.
Wow.
If he came back as a whale, they'll put him in a zoo or something. Is
this the most that they've given someone?
I don't know, but he got 700 years.
Check that out, you guys. Google. Is this the most time anyone in this country has ever been given to be in jail?
And the judge said that he is a menace to society.
He is.
And she said, you are evil.
Oh, I think
he was she kept herself very calm throughout the whole thing because she didn't want a mistrial.
Right.
And she couldn't wait to throw the book at him when it was her turn to speak.
To figure out how many years.
And she did. She threw the book at him. And she basically told him he was evil. She didn't care if he had any mental issues.
Ooh.
They can deal with that when he goes to jail, she said.
Oh, my.
I'm paraphrasing what she said.
Wow.
But she basically get through the book at him.
Wow.
So that was it. That was the donkey of the day. This dummy. Does it say anything?
But you know what? This man still got a soul.
Let me see.
We believe in healthcare as a human right.
He has a soul. God, he died for him.
Oh, here we go.
That's hard.
Darryl E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide, as charged in count 1 of the information.
And there you just heard a Wisconsin judge announcing a jury's decision finding Darryl Brooks guilty on all counts stemming from last year's Christmas parade attack.
6 people were killed, dozens of others injured when Brooks drove his SUV into the crowd that lined the streets for the annual parade there. CNN's Josh Campbell joins us now. So Josh, explain the jury's decision here.
Well, this jury decision came after a truly tragic and unusual trial. Tragic because of the number of victims that you mentioned there. 6 killed, dozens and dozens injured. Unusual because we saw the suspect, the defendant here, actually representing himself.
All right, that was it. But that was basically it. What's this Mike Pence thing? Is that with him when he was talking?
His interview? I don't know.
Let me see. Mike Pence reacts to video showing his family fleeing to safety.
Oh yeah, they showed him.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they showed accounts of and trying to get his take on it. You know, your family was running.
This moment because it was so important and so heartbreaking. This is inside the Capitol. This is video of the Secret Service trying to get you and your wife Karen and your daughter Charlotte to safety. As rioters came within 40 feet of you, we found out later, your family's lives were at risk. Not just yours, although that would be tragic, but your wife's and your daughter's. And I was worried for you that day, sir, covering this. I was worried for your wife. I was worried for your daughter. I'm relieved that nobody was harmed. If I were you, I would still be livid with Donald Trump. I would be so furious. And I know you're a measured man. But are you still angry?
Well, I must tell you, the president's words and tweet that day were reckless. They endangered my family and all the people at the Capitol. And I was angry. But you know, my Christian faith tells me to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. And in the Christian faith, forgiveness is not optional. We literally pray in the Lord's Prayer to forgive those who trespass against us.
That's what he should have said. That's why he can't be president. You can't be president.
I told my sister, I said, maybe he needs to go into ministry.
He can't. He's not a politician.
Because even, I know he's trying to say, be angry and sin not.
That's not a politician.
You know, I got to turn the other cheek. And Jesus, okay.
My wife cried the whole night. That's what he should have said.
I think people are waiting to see a reaction from him that's a little bit more assertive, more aggressive. If he feels that being that way is not a Christ-like thing, no, he's mistaken. The word says be angry, but not sin not. Still be angry.
Wow, this guy.
This man, they was going to kill you. They was going to hang you.
Wendy says, no, they are victims as well. We're talking about that guy, I guess, Darryl Brooks. Emerald said, I wish that they were just as hard on sex offenders, murderers, and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He just ran over some people and unfortunately he killed. No, I'm saying.
But I agree with you.
She's making
they
it
need
like,
to get 7 life executive.
She made it seem like he was a man that just went and chopped people up and did this to him.
And they only get like
violated little girls.
They only get 20 years or something, 25 years or something.
And this man's getting the book thrown
No, she
at
didn't
him.
like him because he defended himself and because of how he was acting in the courtroom.
Yes.
That was personal.
Yes.
My mom, that was personal.
She took it personal.
Yeah. I don't care that he got 700,
I don't
but I agree with Emerald. I do it to everybody.
Yes, crimes that's worse than his.
So.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So that was it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out our items on our Facebook page group. And always believe. And that was that was a quick one, y'all. It was a quick one. Another Woods Report. See y'all later.